Hello, hello. I am a few minutes early. If you guys are popping on, I just wanted to make sure that my camera was lined up. I'm using my flimsy, well, it's not flimsy, I guess, but my wonky phone holder majig. Okay. If you are on, say hello. I am in my dining room / living room. It's a big open space, so if you hear background noise, I am sorry. Okay. And of course, I see 17 people. If you guys are on, say hello. I have some lag with a computer versus phone. Obviously, that's going to happen. But I am so happy you guys are here. I also opened up a bottle of wine just to do this. Yay. You hear that noise? I swear to God, it's just the wine pouring. I have an aerator, so. Hi, Abby. I'm drinking wine for you. Yes, Jade, it's Abby. I have my 7-year-old in the background as well. Okay, so, see, we have 16 people on. I will wait just a few more seconds since I was like a few minutes early. And then I'm going to explain the process. These are ready to go, obviously, for our next, you're on your way. I wanted to do this step first and have it ready to just glitter. But I wanted to go over the process of using this. This is a polymer clay. Which is what that sculpty clay is. I have a ton of it all the time because I make Christmas ornaments every year. And sorry, I might have to lecture my child while you guys are here because she likes to just touch everything. You know how 7-year-olds are. But anyway, so the best part about the polymer clay is that it is very light. And after you bake it, it is very sturdy and strong. You literally flatten it out. I use white. You can use pretty much any color. You can use a red if you want, or whatever base color you want. It comes in a bajillion colors. You roll it out like you're gonna make a snake, and then you form it around the cup. And you, instead of doing the bottom side, I don't touch that. I literally just form up and press and get it super thin up on top. This will all be covered by your Mod Podge and your glitter. You will not see it whatsoever. You won't see the imperfections. You won't see the little lines. I kind of did rush this one the other day when I put it together. Mostly because I was trying to do 8 million things at once. But like I said, you will not see it. It will look like this when it is all said and done. This still needs a layer of epoxy. I'm waiting for the new stuff that I ordered to come in to try it. Anyway, one other thing that I forgot to add to the materials list I realized today was the fact that I use E600 to glue the nose on. So I do apologize for that. I'm getting ahead of myself. Jade, Alberta, please do not. Thank you. So anyway, you press this, get it super thin as possible, and then you put it in your oven and you bake it at 220 degrees. You put it in a cold oven upside down. You can use a fully, make sure obviously your tumbler is base painted and dry. This one was, I think, painted for 2 days before I did this, just because I didn't get around to doing it right away. 220 degrees in a cold oven, upside down, and you bake for, I did this one, I think, for 20 minutes, 18 to 20 minutes, give or take, from a cold start oven. I also got a wild hair up my bum today and decided I was going to do a baby one on a wine glass because it also has the perfect curvature to make these and make them super cute. I have seen other people do them on the wine glasses. I have not done a wine glass as of yet. I actually had not seen anybody do a 3D one. And then I saw a hand-painted one, and I love gnomes, and I'm slightly obsessed, and I happened to buy some off of Amazon because I'm a gnome junkie, and yeah. It's squeaky, no. I apologize, you guys, that my kiddo is being loud. Okay. Thank you, Kelly. I'm so sorry it's delayed, guys. I promise I will get to any questions that you have. I will try to make this as painless as possible. My coverage for my base coat is not the most fantastic. I'm not worried about it. It all covers up nicely. I do hand draw the beers. Use a pencil. You can erase, because obviously I tried something new and put some new swirls in on this guy compared to the other one. And you can erase it off of there. I did find that out, so that was fantastic. Word to the wise, don't use a colored pencil like I did with my first one. It's really hard to cover with white glitter. Pencil. I don't know why, but I think it's the wax. I used a yellow one, and it was still ridiculous. So without further ado, let me show you the glitters we're going to be using for the hat. So, okay, let's start this off too. If you bought the Gnome bundle, you will be getting Lovebug and Chernabog and Snow White in it. It was a fantastic deal in the 25-ounce cup. I was out of Lovebug, so Ashley sent it to me. Unfortunately, USPS has lost it. I have to file a claim tomorrow. No fault of Fairy Tale Glitters. Obviously, it was on track, and then it just wasn't because holiday season. So we are using Fairy Tale Glitter in Red Riding Hood. Fairy Tale Glitter in Chernabog. Sorry, my sticker didn't stick on that one. These are for the large gnome. And also, if you buy that bundle too, you also get my design. I did that one by myself. So, for the quote on the back. For the little guy, I wanted to do something different. I decided for the hat, we're going to do Sugar Plum Fairy. And then for the body, Robin Hood. So it mixes them up a little bit. And it's not, gnomes are not just for Christmas. So, well, I mean, I guess unless you're really particular. I personally am a gnome obsessed, so I use them for every holiday. Yes, it is, Priscilla. It is the barrel one. It's the one that they use for the football cups, the snowmen. This one is a 25-ounce. I guess they do come in other sizes, which I was not aware of. I've only ever gotten the 25-ounce. So, but if you buy that bundle, like I said, it comes in it. Feel free to mix and match. I know that apparently I'm not the first person to do this tumbler. Like I said, I had not seen one prior. I know a few people have taken mine and ran with it in other groups. That's fine. I don't care. I'm here to share my technique with you. I feel like mine is super simple, and it does not make this heavy at all. And I have tiny hands, guys, like super tiny hands. So if it's heavy, I drop it. There's just no getting around it. So we are starting with Red Riding Hood. Priscilla, I do believe that they still have some in stock. They were limited, and I believe, if I'm correct, they were $19.99 price-wise, which is awesome because you also get 6 ounces, 2 ounces of each of those glitters, plus the bundle, plus the free SVG that I created. And I think they have some left. I forgot to ask Ashley. So I believe there are. I can, maybe Abby can post the link. Yeah, I can show the finished cup again. Well, it's not finished. It still needs the layer. I'm waiting for the new epoxy to come in, Abby. It's your fault. So this is Snow White. This one. If you can find the link for the bundle maybe and post it in the comments, that would be cool. I know that I'm pretty sure that there are some left. I don't know how many. Anyway, His little nose is also the Polymer Clay. I actually did not have pink at the point where I did his, so I used some of the blush or whatever fairy tale ink on this one. But you can also use Crayola marker, I discovered too, because you're just going to seal it with epoxy. You just want to make sure you get enough layers on it, your nose doesn't fade. You can use any color. There's no rules to this. I did add some little painted on acrylic little boots and creases. Yeah, he's freaking adorable. And then the back, I did try to do a winter theme for this one. You don't have to. You can take the You're My Favorite Gnome and swap it out for whatever you want. If you want to make a different holiday cup, you're not going to hurt my feelings anyway. I just really love the font. It was perfect for a gnome. The nose is the Polymer Clay as well. It's the same, it's the Sculpty Clay. So you do the same thing. I usually bake them when I bake the cups. You can choose what size you want to do. They don't have to look like my gnome nose, obviously. I baked these two for the 2 cups we're doing tonight. They did get a little dirty because on my fingers I had black ink on my hands and didn't realize it, but well, story of my life. So I'll put some more ink over them. But let's get started real quick. Thank you so much, Rhonda. I appreciate it. I'm going to pour some, and I am using Mod Podge. I know people hate on Mod Podge, but I'm not going to lie, I love it. I have never had issues that other people have had with it. I don't know if it's, I've just gotten really lucky maybe. Not a clue. You can use whatever adhesive that you would like to try. I can only guarantee for Mod Podge because that's what I've used, obviously, so. You know, Debbie, honestly, I really considered the air dry clay, but my worry was if I dropped it, I don't know how that clay holds up under epoxy, like if it's got enough structure to do it, you know what I mean? So if somebody accidentally dropped their cup, my fear was that it would break. It was something that I was planning on trying, I just didn't have any to attempt it, and I'm not gonna lie, I spend a lot of time at home between crafts and virtual learning for my kids right now. All of them are out of school. All of them are doing virtual learning. So, I mean, it very well. I mean, I would love, if you try it, let us know how it worked out. Honestly, I would be happy to see, because I like my stuff to not have a lot of added weight. That's why I went with a polymer-based clay. I know a girl that did, hers was not a gnome cup. She'd used regular clay, and she was so mad. She said it weighed like so much. So I was like, okay, not doing that. Yay. Okay, so I start personally with the hat. And I do this in sections, only because I like to make sure that there's no glitter transfer. Like, I did really good on this cup, actually, I'm not gonna lie, is going to Abby for her birthday, her belated birthday present. She didn't get it by her birthday because we were waiting to do the tutorial, and I wanted to have it here to show you, so she claimed it already. And this one is actually sold as well, so we're gonna do a really awesome job and get this out to my customer this week. And you'll do 2 coats. I usually start at the top rim of the gnome hat, I should say. And I'm not super careful with this application, just because, like I said, you're gonna go over it twice. Normally twice is all I need to do. It doesn't end up streaky. I don't know. I know a lot of people dislike Mod Podge. I've never had issues though. So I know that a majority of you know how to glitter. So if you don't want to stick around for this part, that's completely fine. If you have questions or you have to go, you can shoot me questions underneath the post. This will be posted in the albums with the link to the tutorial for replays. Honestly, this is probably the most adult interaction I've had, other than corresponding with the other mods of Fairy Tale. So, that's what I do. Like I said, all these little imperfections disappear underneath the glitter and the epoxy. So you can be super picky if you want, but it's not really super necessary. I hate having super little hands because it's really hard to turn things. Can I just throw that out there? And yes, I use a sponge brush because I am a rebel like that. I know people hate those too. I used to paint murals a lot before my hip got all wonky and bad, and I could do some amazing things with a sponge brush, let me tell you. And don't worry if you miss spots. Like I said, you'll go back over. Let's see, what else is there about this? They're just really, I mean, this turned out, I'm not even gonna lie, I kind of just had this idea stuck in my head after I saw the picture. I was like, I'm just gonna wing it and see what happens. It exceeded my expectations immensely. Nobody likes the terrifying looking gnomes, and I've seen some pretty scary, like, porcelain gnomes and stuff for people's yard, and I don't like those. Being too chalky and not paying attention to the Mod Podge drying, so don't mind me. Yes, ma'am, I do use epoxy for the final coat. And y'all are gonna hate me when I do this too, I'm sure, but I don't ever use the actual sprinkle part. I use the missed a lot of spots. I love ultrafine glitter though. The coverage is amazing. I also totally recommend a little mini desk vacuum, which I finally scored one, and it's my best friend, because what I don't save ends up in my junk, my little trash can glitter container. So what I figured I would do in between layers drying, that's why I figured we would I'd have 2 cups going, and I just had this little wine cup sitting, and I was like, what am I gonna do with this thing? So and I just got glitter in my wine. You're not doing it right unless there's glitter in your wine and your coffee. My lungs probably have glitter in them, let's be real. Thank you so much, Debbie. I appreciate it. Okay, look at this cute little guy. So I did take a leaf out of one of those people. I mean, she was in this group as well, which is fine. Like I said, I don't really care. But I noticed that she put a little tilly on hers, and then somebody else showed that they did too. So I figured I would try it. Once again, Polymer Clay. It's not perfect. I did texture the little pom-pom. I didn't want to make it gargantuous or huge. Normally I don't see, and none of my gnomes have little pom-poms on theirs, but, you know, whatever. He's cute. We'll go with it. We'll roll. Be fine. Alright. And I decided on Sugar Plum Fairy for the top of this one. Oh, and Snow White. My Snow White apparently got some moisture in it, so that's real fun. Still works. Pretty sure it was probably my fault. No, Renee, you put this clay in the oven. So you stick it on the cup, you form it to the cup, and you put it in, you start with a cold start oven at 230, well, depending on your oven. If it runs hot, do 225. Mine runs hot, so I do 225 cold start, and I did these ones because there was 2 of them for like 18 to 20 minutes, and then I pulled and let completely cool. Abby, I waste a whole lot of glitter. Well, I don't really waste it. I mean, it goes on my dumpster thing, unless it ends up on my floor and then it gets wasted, but that's okay. I have so much glitter. I mean, and honestly, I think that this clay that like you could leave it out and it'll eventually dry, but I think it would take like weeks because it's like that. It's weird. It's weird clay. But like I said, really low temp. Yeah, however, so if you're going to do these, you have to base paint your cups, and you do it at least, I mean, I give it, you want it to gas off completely. It's too low for it to produce fumes, so you don't have to worry about that. You get more fumes in your oven cleaner, basically, than you would ever off of a completely gassed off spray paint cup. And you just put it in for 18 to 20 minutes. Yeah, I did, Debbie, I do put it back in the container, but I always have some spillage. Normally, I have a giant thing of either wax paper that I'm using or parchment paper. So, long story short, my craft room used to be downstairs and my basement flooded, so I have taken over my dining room, and we ate for the first time at our table the other day, and my son and my husband decided that they were going to clean off the table, so I have no idea what happened to my parchment paper. So I have resorted to printer paper, which isn't a very big surface, and yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I apparently have my cord trying to take me out here. Okay, let's Jay, please don't sit in that chair, it's squeaky. Okay. Your foot's asleep, of course. Jade. Shh. Yes, I do bake the nose separately because I will. I do at the same time that I do this part, because I create the nose and get it to the size I want. Like for instance, I think that's the right way. I just make sure that it's going to be what I want. And then I bake them right alongside on a cookie sheet that's lined with wax paper or parchment paper or tinfoil, whatever you want to do, and go from there. Now this guy, I am not going to make his palm the same as the rest of his hat. I think since I textured it, I'm going to paint it white maybe, or maybe I'll use some New Moon on it. I don't know. We'll find out. And this cup is ridiculously dirty from all the ink that I used today. But like I said, it all gets covered up, so I'm not worried about it. I think I'm going to do this in a different stage. Anyway, then once I bake the nose, I leave that. After the first initial coat of epoxy goes on, the nose goes on the same time the decal goes on. And I use E600. And then I let it sit for 12 hours. Depending, I mean, I don't know. Some of my E600s dry really fast. I get the same kind every time, and I swear to God, they all dry at different times. It's bizarre. Then half the time I buy them and I can't reopen them because they're already dry inside the nozzle. I'm gonna do this one a little bit different. This one's gonna take 2 coats too. Gotta be a little bit more careful because there's a little bit more detail. This clay, so I bought it in like bulk at Michael's. When they had a huge sale at the end of Christmas like 2 years ago, because you can buy it off of Amazon too. I got it for a heck of a deal. You just gotta watch your sales. It's fantastic stuff. Like, you should see the ornaments I've made. I should bust them out one of the, here. I have one that we're working on right now. Look, I'm making an avocado for my daughter. It's gonna be an ornament. I'll glue a little hook on the back, but we just started him today. He's fairy tale glitter as well. But we do Christmas ornaments usually every year. And it's super easy to work with. Yeah, waited too long. Hi, Barb. Missy, I'm pretty sure it's E600. Maybe it's the 6000. I don't know. Are they both the same color tube? Because it's like the gray tube. Maybe I've just been using the different ones and I didn't even know it. It's a possibility. I'm real observant, obviously. You know. It's a little different having a really tiny guy. I don't know how much glue Mod Podge to use. The gray tube is E6000. Okay, so I've been using E6000. Yeah. It dries really, I mean, quick, I should say. For the majority. Everybody was like, oh, you gotta let it sit like overnight. And I'm like, man, mine gets dry really, doesn't take overnight. So, yeah, you know, I'm good. Glad somebody knows their glues. Apparently I don't. Things, second coats need to happen. Abby's probably having like anxiety attacks because of all the glitter I'm spilling. She's a little OCD. It's pretty funny. Also, in between coats of glitter, I have this awesome little poof brush. I believe I don't know where I got this one. It was on clearance, maybe at Walmart. I have a few of them. You can get them at the dollar store too. They are great to brush off loose glitter in between coating your Mod Podge coats. I'm going to let this little guy dry. I'll put the excess in there. Hi, Jennifer. There is a lag, you guys, so if you feel like I missed your question, I'm so sorry. I promise I will go back and answer whatever I can. And Abby's watching, so she can always yell at me and repeat it if needed. I don't know how long she's gonna be watching for. You're painting ornaments, Abby? What are you painting? What ornaments? You should show us. Okay, so I don't know. Normally, it only takes for the first coat of Mod Podge to dry. It dries super quick. So I am going to go and brush this off. I'm going to do it off camera. just because I don't feel like you guys need to see that part. You have all, I'm sure, brushed off glitter. It's going to look like my floor is Christmas. It's a good thing I have to vacuum and sweep tomorrow. Yes, Jennifer, it will be on replay. It actually will go, you'll be able to search it in the toolbar or the search bar for the group, but you will also be able to go to the albums, and I will post the link in there with a picture of the gnome, so you can't miss it. And you can always ask questions on there too, and it won't be a problem. And I'll go back and ask. You can tag me if I miss it, because, you know, sometimes Facebook stinks. So let's do our second coat of red here. And you see all these little pieces that are glued on. When you're done adding, it just literally scrapes right off. That is one of the beauties of Mod Podge that I love. It just comes right off, and then you brush it off. So it's okay if you're a little messy. I'm a hot mess 99% of the time. Ask Abby. Leslie, honestly, I mean, it was like quick. I had already had it pre-baked with the clay. I just went over that real quick. So you can hang out with us, or you can go back and watch that. It's completely fine. It's like, oops. Why does it do that? This is ridiculous. It's like all of a sudden it decides that it wants to work and like catch up, and all of a sudden I have a bajillion things to look and read. No, yeah, it'll be in the album section. So yes, you may have one piece. Why is it that kids never want to talk to you until you're doing something? It's like, I'm too busy doing and living my life, Mom. And then the minute that you want to do something, literally they're like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Mom. And also, I don't own the rights to the music in the background, if you guys can hear it. Name that Disney movie. All right, second coat. Promise I will try and go quick. You'll have to just share it to the group, Abby. I don't know if you can do it on a live either. Also, does anybody, are any of you tech savvy? Because we're trying to figure out how to, can you download a Facebook video and then upload it to YouTube by chance? Does anybody know? I ask because Fairy Tale Glitter also has a YouTube channel. The problem is, you know, everybody's so busy and running a million miles a minute. We're like, oh, well, if we can just do that and take our Facebook tutorials and put them on there, that would be cool. So if anybody knows, that would be awesome. We need your expertise. We're all kind of not very tech savvy, apparently. Everybody hates this. I promise it'll smooth out. I know it looks terrible. Don't judge it yet. I promise. That's how I do all of my glitter. This will obviously be a two-part tutorial because you all don't want to hang out with me for 4 hours while I do this. Well, maybe some of you do. My guess is you don't, though. I don't know. We can be entertaining. But if I drink too much wine, then I can probably get in trouble. So, you know, start breaking the no-cuss rules and whatnot. Try and behave myself. Yeah, Red Riding Hood. I also did wanted to make point out too that when you are trying to put the hat on, you want to make sure you're leaving yourself space if you're going to use the decal. If you got the Gnome bundle, this doesn't obviously apply to you if you didn't. The decal that you will receive, I made into an SVG, and then it should be sized appropriately for a 25-ounce football tumbler or wine tumbler or whatever you want to call these. Like I said, those little lines disappear. Obviously I'll go back there and do that part too, but and I'll do some touch-ups and spots and whatnot. God, glitter everywhere. Guess I didn't really think about this taking forever for dry times in between. I'm sure most of you get the gist. The fun part is painting on the boots and then outlining when you're all said and done. Yes, I saved my glitter. I'm covered in glitter. Pretty sure my local stores believe that I partake in removing garments sometimes from the amount of glitter that I have on me. I know that sounds terrible, but I get really questioning looks sometimes. I'm not by any means model material. I've had 4 children. I'm almost 40. You know. I mean, there's some pretty hot 40-year-olds. I give you kudos, but. And then I have a 7-year-old who's over here being super honest. I literally have glitter everywhere. Okay. Are there any questions? I know it's pretty self-explanatory. Most people were here just for the clay part. And the nose and things like that. I only, and I will say this too, for this was only 1 coat of epoxy. This was not 2 coats of epoxy. This was 1. And I had complete coverage. This was, I did use the CC DIY medium viscosity artist resin. For the top coat on this, I will be trying the Tumbler Epoxy I ordered. We're no way affiliated with any of those people. I really enjoy CC DIY. I found that their epoxy has been the most amazing that I've worked with. Abby has been raving about Tumbler Epoxy since she got it, so I figured I'd give it a shot. They do take sizzle. Just FYI, kind of scary. But yeah, we're going to see how that is. Little Gnome. I absolutely love this, the Sugar Plum Fairy. Believe it or not, I've only used this barely 1 time, and I've had it since it came out. I do have a small, I should probably brush this off. I have a small glitter addiction. Who would have thought? Actually, if you had told me 5 years ago that I would be obsessed with glitter, I would have told you that you're hilariously crazy. It's true though. Totally true. I apparently buy it just to look at it most days. Like, who really needs? I have so much glitter. My husband didn't even realize how much glitter I had until he built shelves for me. Yep, replays will be posted. You can search it, or all of our tutorials are found in our album section. Each one in the comments, it should have a picture on the album cover, and then when you open it up, there will be a link in the comments. I know that's weird, but it's been really nice actually to do that. I had never done that prior to modding for Fairy Tale Glitter, so. And this is our little surprise guy. This is just, like I said, it's like one of those little 12-ounce wine glasses, maybe. It actually came in a set. One of those, the wine sets with the insulator thing, the wine insulator and the 2 cups. You know, I can talk. Wine sets. And the gift box looking thing. And this little guy has just been sitting there painted, and I was sure I was going to do something with him at one point, but I don't remember what it is. So he is going to be a gnome, and I think I'm going to find the rest of the box, and I am going to turn them into also gnomes, including the wine tumbler. No, you don't take the hat all the way to the top of the cup. Excuse me for 1 second. My husband just walked in the door from work. Hi, honey.
Hi.
He promises not to run naked in front of the camera, he said earlier. Or wait, maybe it was he doesn't promise. But don't worry, you won't be able to see anything.
Told him not to be surprised.
Oh, well, it's a good thing it's facing the table.
I can probably make it happen.
Don't you dare.
Alright. Where's buddy? Upstairs?
He was in our room. Because he took over the TV, that's why Jade was out here. Sorry, guys. 'Tis life, 'tis life. What was I saying? No, I do not take it all the way to the top of the cup. It is absolutely unnecessary. You roll it and put it around like, or well, you roll the polymer clay like you would like making, you know, like the kindergarten snake is what I call it. Then again, my first grader could probably do a better job at it than I can. But then you pull the edges up. I will show you in just 2 seconds. Let me get the second coat on of this part because I talked too long last time and made it all janky. I don't know what kind of lighting you have on your end, but this is such a pretty freaking plum color. Can't even stand it. Look at the shine on that. Can you see? Sorry, I didn't realize I was out of the way. Let's see. Better? Worse? Okay. Anyway. Gotta yell at me. I will show you on this other one. Hold on, let me get the glitter off my hands somewhat so I don't have too much transfer. You literally will pull it, rub it in the circle. You don't do anything. You don't press the bottom. See how that's still open? You actually want that open. I figured out for the epoxy to seep in because it helps with the bonding. But then you just take the edges and you rub it up. And it's okay if it's not perfect. You just get it as flat and melded into it as possible. You'll see it when you do the replay. And it's a polymer clay, so it's super light after you bake it. And then all of the little lines, fingerprints, connection areas, if there's cracks in it, all that gets covered by the Mod Podge and glitter, and then the epoxy, and you will see no bumps. It'll look absolutely flawless. It'll look like this after the first, and like I said, that was just a first coat. So, I mean, there you don't feel anything. You don't see anything. It's perfect. That is the one bonus. Yeah, so I go through and I will, like I said, I'll Mod Podge all the way through there. And then I take my X-Acto knife when it's all said and done in between, and I'll just go through and I will just lightly push it up so it meets the seam. So even if you're messy, it's not a big deal. It comes right off. You just got to be gentle with it. I mean, I'm not even gonna, I was not careful making this cup. My first gnome cup was the one that was in the picture. I kind of just winged it. And here we are. I've been itching to do this tutorial since I did the cup, though. I was just really hoping that I could use the glitter that was in the bundle that we released, but USPS is, you know, being USPS around the holidays, so 'tis what it is. And like I said too, I will seal, well, I brush off the excess glitter in between as they dry, and then I do use the CC DIY quick coat to seal the colors separately, just so there's not a whole bunch of glitter transfer onto the other glitters. I mean, it happens no matter what, you're gonna get like a stray piece. But I do like the CC DIY quick coat. I did not know what all the hub was about it until I actually tried it, and I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. However, you can use diamond clear coat and I think there's another one that people use. Basically any polyurethane sealer. You could probably use just regular gloss spray paint, clear spray paint. Hi, Sandra. I personally, I like control over it. I hate spray painting anything. I hate spray painting my basing my cups. Like, you have no idea. I absolutely despise it. It's like when I go and, I don't know if anybody else has this issue, but I absolutely despise doing vinyl. I hate cutting it out. I think it's the weeding part. I don't know what it is, but it's my least favorite part of making cups. I wish Abby lived closer because she loves that, and I would seriously do all the glittering and, you know, decorating if she would just print or cut and weed the vinyl. It drives me nuts. So I'm a procrastinator on that. But I totally got into a tangent on that, and I forgot where I was going with that. Abby, it's your fault. You definitely, hold on one second. I gotta get, yeah, Abby likes vinyl. I personally despise it, so. Here. Okay. Let's do the bottom edge of this one real quick so I can show you guys. And then I will seal if I can find my sealer. Like I said, please you don't have to overanalyze this cup and make it more difficult than it really truly, they're so easy to do. Use your sealer in between for, you know, glitter transfer, because you obviously don't want your red running into your blue when you throw on your first coat of epoxy, and vice versa, or anything in your white. I do the beard last, absolutely last, and I usually make sure that they are sealed really, really well before the other two colors are done really, really well beforehand. And even after I seal them, I give them a brush with a brush just in case. Because, yeah, nobody wants a sparkly red beard on their gnome. I have like so many distractions here because I'm in my dining room. So it's either the dogs, the kids, or the husband. I can hear my husband and my son and they're playing video games. And I'm just over here like, okay. Okay. Glad you guys are buds. Okay. And I hate the sprinkle part. Forget the sprinkle part. Give me this part all day long. Does anybody have any questions? It's a lot more simple than you guys probably thought it was going to be, huh? So much less work. I mean, really. Oop. Don't look, Abby, don't look. So much glitter. So much glitter everywhere. Do this real quick since I made such a mess with it, and then I will go over it again after it is drier. Just to make sure I get it all. I realized I left the paper towel on the other side of the room, so my pajama pants are gonna have some Red Riding Hood on them. It's okay. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Although I did just change the sheets on the bed, so it looks like I gotta change my pants after we do this live. Oops. Sorry. You guys gotta yell at me and tell me that you can't see. And you have to remember too, this will be covered up by blue. The area that you want to worry the most about in any of this is the white parts, where the white's gonna be covering, because obviously white doesn't cover red, great, or blue. No, Lulu. Get down. My daughter's dog is wondering why she is not in my lap. Oops. Sorry, doggo. There you go. 2 coats. Just quick with Mod Podge. It's mostly cleaned up. I can go over it again, obviously. I'll do let the white dry some more. Or let it dry some more before I go around this edge. These little specks will be covered by the dark blue and the Mod Podge, so I'm not even super worried about those. Chernabog is dark, so it has great coverage if you screw up on anything, just FYI. It's also one of my favorite blues, and if you don't own it, you need it. Absolute my favorite blue. Sorry, I didn't mean to put the paper in your face. Save the glitter so Abby doesn't get sad, and she will get sad. Swap out my paper. It's weird using computer paper and not parchment paper. I feel like my working space is just so little. So for this guy, I forgot I have a leafing marker, and that is obviously with my paper towel. I will, once the first coat of epoxy is on and I go through and do my outlines, like on my beard and stuff, you don't have to do that. I just like it because it adds definition. I will probably go through and I'll outline the edge of this little, his little cap that I decided to add on there last minute, just so it's more defined and you can see it. And I have to decide when I'm going to put on the little poofy ball, which I don't know if I'm going to glitter it or not. Maybe. It was a last minute decision to do this little cup, so we'll figure it out. Save the glitter. Yes, I know. You'd have conniptions if you saw my floor right now. Abby's one of those people that like probably has a vacuum to vacuum her vacuum. Does anybody remember Danny Tanner from Full House? I feel like that would be Abby. She's also got spreadsheets everywhere. I think she just needs to come organize my life. I'm a hot mess. I only get OCD about weird things. Like my movies and my books. That's like where it kills me. I absolutely love this color so much. God, why haven't I used this? I don't know. You are Danny Tanner. You're totally Danny Tanner. Just showed my age. Bad. Okay. This is going to be messy too. There's no getting around it because it's got to get into those little crevices. You know I love you, Abby. Okay. Okay. I will say this, and I don't know, because I haven't tried it obviously, but if you are not into hand drawing, I'm pretty sure you can find, SVGs on Etsy for like the beard if you just want to do vinyl. I'm sure they're there. I'm just picky about, I don't know. I don't want to spend the money on Etsy for something I can just throw together. So, but it's there, I'm sure. This is like the prettiest freaking color. I honestly don't know why I haven't used it. I opened it. I used it once for like, I think I did a pen, and that was that, just to add in a little bit more definition. And I have no idea what it was for. Can you guys see? Hopefully. I'm gonna need a new X-Acto blade for this too. We will do part 2. I probably will put epoxy on these tomorrow because I will let the Mod Podge dry overnight. I'll put epoxy on these tomorrow morning. They will be done by tomorrow evening. So maybe I'll do a poll if you guys want to do it a later live tomorrow, like maybe 8 o'clock or 8:30. And they should have had enough time by that to be able to put on the decal. I don't know what I'm decaling. I don't even know if I'm going to put on a decal on this little guy. But I should be able to paint the boots and do the rest and get it all said and done. But that way I can show you guys too how to get the decal on. There is a trick to it because of the curved basis. I don't know if you guys know or not, and I will show you how to paint the boots. Which, like I said, you don't have to add the boots if you don't want. I thought it was cute having the little toes peeking out from underneath the beard. Yeah, I'm in love with that plum color. Man, it just blows my mind. It was like opening Mr. Pepper for the first time. That one's gorgeous too. Looks like they literally took a Dr. Pepper can and chopped it up. And this one is just, can't even get over it. I am, well, okay, so I live in the North, and I have lived in the North a majority of my teenage and adult life, but I'm actually from Colorado. I'm sure I probably said something that set me apart. my Colorado drawl comes out too at times, so there's that. My friends up here make fun of me because I have like a mix of accents, and I'll say something and they razz me about it bad, and then when I'm out visiting my family out in Colorado, they make fun of me for having a northern accent, and I'm like, you know, I just can't win. Just can't win at all. So I'm a mutt. What did I say that you can hear it? I'm interested because I know that, like, especially like the Upper Peninsula, I'm in Michigan, so the Upper Peninsula residents sound different than we do down here. They pronounce things, it's almost like a Canadian twist. So, like, you know, it's like a boot. But then there's times where, like, I'll say something and I'm like, oh, I sound like I'm from Canada too, or the UP. Yeah. That's funny. You want to sign? Okay.
You take smoke breaks?
No. You have fun. Stop. My husband is being inappropriate, and I'm so sorry. I love you. Okay. Let me get this cleaned up real quick, and we're going to do our first layer of Chernabog. I'll clean this one up more after... I call it an egg. Is that right? Like, and bag. My husband calls a bagel a bagel, and it drives me insane. And he is like totally from Michigan, and a lot of Michigan people call them bagels, and it drives me nuts. I'm like, it's a bagel. Yeah, Abby's got a heck of a drawl. It's pretty funny. Mine's not. I mean, I mostly sound like I'm from out west when I'm mad. So when that happens, usually that's a bad sign. Or I'm really worked up about something. The great thing too about letting your base sit for a couple days before you actually do this is that when you have to scrape off that excess glitter that kind of got everywhere, it doesn't scrape the paint off if you go at an angle. You know, it's the little things. Okay. Okay, so really the next tip, like I won't keep you guys much longer than this next part. I just want to show you a little trick I did with this. And this is to go around first and foremost around the beard before you go in and just get your beard outline done with your Chernabog or whatever dark color you're going to use. It just makes life so much simpler when you go to put the white on. And like I said, there is glitter in there, so like I said, don't judge it. Not yet. No judging allowed. It's a judgment-free zone. Just trust me. Yeah, I'm going to switch my paper though. Ooh, flying X-Acto knives. That's fun. All right. So obviously I had like a rough trace line here. Just go in with your edge. Use whatever brush you guys are comfortable with. You by any means don't torture yourself if you hate sponge brushes. I get it. I know lots of people despise them. I just, like I said, I used to use them all the time. I did wall murals. I did all sorts of stuff, so. I do try and get a decent thick line around the whole beard. Sorry if I'm out of focus. I work a lot with just the corner of the brush. And you can always use your finger to correct anything that you need to. Once you get the basic outline of around the beard done, it's pretty gravy from there and self-explanatory, so we don't even have to even go further with this. I will just show you the finished product as soon as it's done tomorrow. And then I will set the next tutorial. You guys let me know too what time you think works for you. I mean, we can go a little bit later. I know that it's hard for people that are in like Central Time Zone or Mountain Time Zone even, or California, Pacific Standard or whatever, to get on this early for you where it's late for me. So I really do try to accommodate everybody. And like I said, the replays are always, always, always available. And if you have questions and I don't answer right away because I don't see it, tag me. If I'm not homeschooling my kids, then I am on here or crafting or whatever. So I will get to you as soon as possible and answer any of your questions. I'm more than happy to share my techniques and help. That's what we're here for. All right. Y'all, Chernabog is like my favorite. I can't even stand it. I love it. Obviously, that's just sticking from just the glitter itself because it's ultra fine. If you don't have this blue, I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see that? Can you see how freaking pretty it is? Ugh, it's my favorite. Oops, didn't do a very good job right there. Let's go over that again. My favorite blue, guys. Favorite blue. Looks like we have 25 people again. If you guys are popping on, stay high, you know. I'm just gonna add do a quick coat for the rest of it, so you can see what it looks like together. First coat, I'm a little less careful than I am with the second coat. Oh, and I forgot to show you the bottom of the other tumbler. I did not glitter the bottom of the other tumbler. I did paint it black with the black acrylic I did the boots in. Can hear my kids laughing in my other room. I'm sorry. My daughter laughs hysterically though. It's really funny. But I wanted to show you how cute it is because it literally just looks like it's part of the boots on the bottom. Do you ever listen, if you have kids, do you ever just like listen to them and like when they get laughing, like that hard belly laugh? Oh my God, it cracks me up so much. Hi, Karen. Sorry, Abby's like my official helper because I'm lagging hard on my computer versus my phone, and I can't look at my phone because of, oh hey, there's a fuzzy in there. You guys, look at the blue, and the blue with the red. I adore this. And I have to say though, Love Bug is absolutely stunning. You guys will be so excited if you ordered those bundles. Like, I'm so sad it wasn't here to use. Like, I love Red Riding Hood, don't get me wrong, but Lovebug just has that, like, it's like a, I don't even want to know, like, how to call it. It's like a rose tint to it. Ugh. I'm sad. I'm sad the USPS hates me. Well, in reality, they don't hate me. I think it's just the holiday season, so. Look how pretty. And obviously, the beard will be white. And I will seal the dark colors before I do the white. Oh, I didn't. So, and now I got glitter all over it. The bottom of this is not glittered. It is a painted acrylic, but it is under the first layer of epoxy. And then I plan on pulling this line down and making little shoe prints out of it. I should have found my marker because I was going to do that while I was live tonight. I did not. So, I suck. Oh, Barb, they laugh. My 7-year-old laughs at everything. She thinks everything's hysterical, which, you know, that's a good thing to have. I mean, it really can be hysterical. But she's so hard to keep serious about anything, so. Unless she's trying to purposely be emotional. You know how that goes. So. Girls. Now, if it was my teenagers in there, there'd be a whole lot of screaming, probably threats of punching one or the other. You know, they don't like each other at all. You know. So like I said, I'm not going to torture you too much. I do want to do this little green guy, or this guy next, real quick, just because I want to see what the green looks like with the Sugar Plum Fairy. What I do with my Mod Podge. It's not a big area. I don't know how I can lose things. Covered in glitter. Glitter everywhere. I am going to pour different Mod Podge and use a different brush because it's green and blue and red and purple, and you know, we just make sure that the glitter transfer isn't terrible. Although any glitter transfer probably is going to come off my hands and not the rest of the cups. Okay. I'm going to go through this real quick. Going to push that up. I literally have so much glitter on my pant leg. Okay. I think that's basically... Alright, brushing off excess glitter. Wasting glitter. It's the Gnome bundle, Melinda. It comes with a 25-ounce barrel cup, or they're actually called stemless, 25-ounce stemless wine cups, wine tumblers, which, I mean, my wine glasses are big, but yeah, I don't really consider them wine tumblers, but I call them barrel cups. It comes with one of those. It comes with 2 ounces of Chernabog, 2 ounces of Lovebug, and 2 ounces of Snow White, all for $19.99. I do have glitter pants. I'll take a picture and show you after I'm done, Abby. It's pretty funny. Alright, let's do the green next. The green that I'm using with this is Robin Hood, and this is my absolute favorite Christmas green to use. It's my favorite, one of my favorite greens to use, period. It's just gorgeous. As far as a metallic glitter goes. And once again, I start next to the beard areas and do those first. This little guy is going to be a little bit more difficult to do than the other one, obviously. Like I said, make sure if you're going to draw your beard on, I totally recommend a pencil with an eraser. Because I adjusted this guy a couple times as well. And having that eraser was extremely helpful. Definitely compared to using the colored pencil last time, which was a terrible idea. Especially yellow. I would have thought that yellow would have been covered really easily by white, but apparently not. Everybody ready for this? Oh, it's gonna be so pretty. I'm so excited. It was like a last minute decision, like I said this morning, to be like, oh, hey, what am I going to do with this cup? Oh, hey, let's see if it works. And it did. And it looks cute. Now it's going to be a baby gnome. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit boots on this guy. Jen, you are so, so welcome. I am so happy that you joined us, and thanks for listening to me vent yesterday or last night. I appreciate it. I was just so put off by that. I was like, really? Come on. I thought I was doing the right thing. Like, I wasn't going to just copy and put a link anywhere. Like, I don't do that. I wasn't poaching anybody. I just wanted to be able to share this tutorial, but I don't do tutorials anywhere but in this group because I'm extremely... I mean, that's just, yeah. You know? I mean, I can, but it's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. I just want to share the fun stuff. I don't understand why that's so hard for some people. You guys, look how pretty that is. So I'm probably have to go over that again, but whatever. Oh my god, it's so pretty. The plum and the green together. Oh my gosh. I might die. Oh, you gonna be loud going up the stairs? Jeez. Creaky wooden stairs. If y'all have any questions, I think we have about covered it. I'm going to let these dry for a little bit, and then I am going to seal them, and I will put on the white. Obviously, you don't need a tutorial on how to apply glitter. I really appreciate every single one of you coming and hanging out with me, though, and watching. I will do tutorial number 2 tomorrow evening. I'll put a poll up, but I think maybe 8 o'clock if that works for everybody. I know that the weeks are hard, and tomorrow's Monday. I'll put a poll up, whatever works for you guys. I don't want, you know, I hate Mondays, and all I do is virtual schooling during the day, so I can't even imagine having to, like, go and put on, like, real pants right now and go to work, because I would probably cry. Just in case someone missed the version. Oh, this version, so if you did the Gnome bundle, you'll get 2 ounces of Snow White, 2 ounces of Chernabog, and 2 ounces of Love Bug. If you're watching this tutorial, I am using, on the big guy, I used Red Riding Hood, Chernabog, and I'll use Snow White for the beard. And then on the little gnome, if I can find my other glitter, I'm using Sugar Plum Fairy and Robin Hood. Where the heck did I put that other glitter? I literally just had it. Oh my gosh. Lord, have mercy on me. Sugar Plum Fairy and Robin Hood on the small ones. So, it looks like we are actually leaving and getting off here right in the nick of time because my computer battery is about ready to die. So with that being said, I hope all of you have a fantastic evening. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will answer them as soon as I can for you. If anything else, I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a great night.